now that we're so close to the season, you know, the thing is a lot of question marks that we have about the team. You can start to try to see if you can answer them. One of the biggest ones I have is about the linebacking core. Like who's going to really take that next step at linebacker, and be that guy for us. I think every year for a while we've had, guys like Devin Bush. Then guys like, we had guys like James Ross and Devin Bush, and then his brother Josh Ross, right? Who's going to be that next guy to step up and be like the captain of the linebacking core? Those are questions that I have, right? Who's going to be the next guy on the defensive line? Who's going to step up and be that guy? But especially on like at the linebacking core, I'm really interested to see who's going to step up. And it's funny. What's that kid name? Starts with an M. He left last year. I think he actually went to NFL. What's that kid
That
last year?
kid and M. That's all you gave me. Did he play
Oh,
defense, offense,
I'll have to come. I'll bring it up
anything?
next. Never mind, forget it. No, not Mullins. He was a linebacker.
Was he a Michigan player?
Yeah, you know what, guy? It's not even worth going into it. I'll bring it up next week because I'm actually curious what happened to him. He's one of those kids where he went to NFL and it's like you're not ready, kid, and I don't think he even has a job right now. But anyway, um, but yeah, no, it's exciting, man. I want to see if DJ Turner looks like a second,
A
first round
physical
pick.
freak.
Yeah,
Because
that's
that he
exciting.
was on the list as well. I believe he was top. I think he was 17. We read that off a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, man, I want
But
to
and
see
then you
that.
got the number one freak on the list of Mozzie Smith. So
I want to see that. I want to see if he can put that all together on the field. Because if they can, no, Chris Hinton was a defensive lineman guy. I'm thinking about as a linebacker, but he's another example of a kid who wasn't ready to go to the league. But I always find it so interesting that I always wonder what is the advice that some of these kids get. Like, hey, yeah, you're ready, son, go to the league. Like because if you're,
I
if you're going if you're going because you don't like where you're at, then now you're better off just transferring, trying to find a better situation. Other than that, why go to NFL without maximizing your yes, McGrone, yes, Blankman, that's it, McGrone, yes, that's exactly what I was looking for. Thank you. Um, that's what I was looking for. I was wondering what happened to that kid. He was a kid I thought had a bright future. He's on the Patriots. Oh, interesting. Hmm. He's a kid I thought had a bright future here. He never quite put it all together. But good for him. He has a job. He's playing somewhere, and that's good. But anyway, um, I lost my
well,
train of
I,
thought.
I I think with the guys who typically leave early and shouldn't, I think with all of these guys, it's ego, and for some guys it's really big. For other guys, it's not. But that's what a lot of it ends up. Now, I don't know McGrone's specific situation, but just kind of your example that you had mentioned of why do guys who aren't getting a first day grade or top 3 rounds grade, why are those guys going to the NFL? I think
Early,
guys think
early.
that they are better than what they think they are, and just have that ego of, oh man, I could play, I just need a shot. And it's like, well, a 6th and 7th round draft pick doesn't get as long of a leash as a first
No,
round draft pick. You know what I mean?
no,
Or that big free agent. Like, case in point, the Detroit Lions. We gave Trey Flowers this huge deal years ago. He was awful the whole time he was here. He was awful. But guess what? We kept rolling him out there because we gave him this big free agent contract, and that's
dude.
similar
I'm
to
sure
a
at the
first
T's
round draft pick.
Tabor,
Same
I'm
thing.
sure at the T's Tabor's first practice, they knew that they made a giant mistake.
And he still was on the team for what, two
he,
years?
he saw the field. He barely saw the field, but he saw the field because they had to throw him out there. Because they know if they didn't, you'll get questions. Say, why is your second round pick not playing? That's a problem.
Hmm.
No, but I always find that interesting. Like, hey, like, uh, I don't know. Like, yeah, I understand. Once your eligibility is up, of course, yeah, that's the last chance to keep playing the game. But yeah, you got another year or 2 years off of eligibility. Like kid, and then also for some kids who is interesting who probably are ready to go to NFL, but they can't because of the eligibility rule. Like Will Anderson would have been a top 3 pick last year, but he had to come back. It's similar to the Davion Clowney thing, right?
Shoot, Zeke Elliott
Zeke
had
Elliott,
that
like,
year. Remember
yeah, like,
not Marcus, Michael Crabtree after his freshman year. People are like, this guy can go to the NFL.
they said about Sammy Watkins too at Clemson
Yep,
after his freshman year.
yep,
Like
sure did.
it's interesting. I know the NFL would probably never change it, but it is interesting when you kind of look at it where like some kids leave when they shouldn't leave, and that some kids probably should go but they can't.
It's
But
I think what would end up happening is it would end up hurting the college kids themselves because they all think that they can play after their freshman year. So there would be guys who don't even, aren't even on the field for Michigan, Ohio State, Alabama that declare for the draft. Like, oh yeah, no, I'm just gonna go to the combine, I'll crush it there, and I'll be good to go. And they sit in these interview rooms with GMs looking at them like, so why didn't you play at Michigan? And then what are you gonna say to that? Like there's nothing you could say, right? Like you're gonna say, well, the coaches didn't give me a shot. Well, that kind of sounds like you're not taking ownership of what you should have done. What did you do that you could control? And why weren't you on the field? Like there's not a great reason for that. And even if you just say, well, I didn't grasp the offense as quick as I thought I would have.
how would you
Like,
grab
okay,
ours?
well,
How would you grab ours?
exactly, bingo,
Yeah,
and that's
yeah,
the problem, But
dude. You
but
heard a play
the
call in the
unfortunate part
NFL?
is I've already declared. I'm already sitting in this room. You know what I mean? I'm already here. There's no going back now. So I don't think football would ever change that, just because it'd be, gosh, that'd be rough on the on the kids. Because think about it. Think about what you just said. Guys who leave early who shouldn't. Like, it happens every year. You have so many guys who are undrafted and all these different things, and this is why, because these guys get, friends and families and people in their ear of, maybe an agent or whatever the case, gassing them up of, oh man, you could, I definitely think you'd be a third round pick. And it's like, well, the actual NFL, the feedback I got from the NFL, the league, was, the last day draft pick, potentially undrafted, right? So there's an agent trying to gas them up on one side and then the real date on the other. But some guys just don't understand it, don't grasp it, and they're like, nah, man, I'm tired of the college life. I want to go to the NFL and signing bonus, all this good stuff. And it's like, man, like the
That's
signing
why
bonus.
NIL helps though too though. Some of these kids now, some of these NIL deals, they don't have to rush.
True.
Like, hey, like, look, you, especially if you're a big time player, hey, you got some money here, work on your game, continue to, because there is no true minor leagues for football. It's really college to the NFL. So, especially you're a quarterback and you need a little bit more seasoning, you have a decent NIL deal, you're making some okay money, then, and you want situations where, your family, you need to help your family out. Well, now you can. You can continue to work on your game and continue to progress forward. Um, no, it's just, it's interesting. Have you ever heard of, I was thinking about grasping the offense. You ever heard of a play call in the NFL?
Oh, it's
Triple
unreal. I could
triple X
never.
slant,
Oh my
quadruple to the left.
gosh.
It's like what? It's like literally. I'm like, what?
No,
And
it's
see their playbook.
unreal.
Their playbooks are like this thick.
Yes.
It's like it's ridiculous, and it's one of those things where you know you need to go through that time in college because not only do you physically mature, but you mentally need to mature as well, as much as you can. So no, I know we kind of went on a tangent there, guys, but it got me thinking once we went down, previous players.
Oh
But
yeah. Here's one. Sorry, I had to look it up. I looked up Sean Payton's. The long story. I'll cut it out. But it's Gunflex right stack 394 Dragon Smoke Kill Turbo Sucker right.
what?
No thank you.
Like, and
No. Thank
you gotta be, mind you, you have to be in the huddle, and the quarterback. First of all, the quarter, you gotta be able to say all that, and
you. Mhm.
then you gotta be able to hear that and be like,
Right.
"Oh,
That
okay,
and that's the thing
got it."
too. So Dre, just try to recite. So I'm gonna say it, and
No
then I
way I can
want you
say
to try to
that.
recite as much of it as you can. All right,
Okay,
here we go. Gunflex right stack 394 Dragon Smoke Kill Turbo Sucker right.
Gunflex, right? Something like that. That's all I love. Like, sucker right sucker some I don't know. That's all I like. That's like
It's
that's
unreal, man. It's unreal. That's what thinking about like a rookie quarterback. Like, I mean, and the coach is literally right here in in training camp. He's right next to you, gun flex
yeah
right, stack, and like gosh, what was it? It was Gruden, but he was yelling at some kid just nonstop, like because the kid's repeating it in the huddle, but he doesn't
yeah
have all of it. He's like gun
right.
flex right, stack 394 turbo dragon smoke he's yelling at him just like oh it's a lot, man.
That's
It's a
why.
lot.
That's a lot of times you see, especially the quarterbacks. They're like looking at the at their wristband, gun flex right. like,
If you have one,
like you have to
that's the
have
thing
one.
too. That's not even everybody. Like
Yeah,
it's
yeah,
some I couldn't do it. And the nice part for like a wide receiver, like of all of that, like 394 dragon is all you need to really like. It's gun flex and 394 dragon. That's all a receiver needs to know. It's
right,
just the
right,
formation and what I got to do.
right,
All the rest of
right.
that stuff is protection and sight adjustment. Oh no. I don't have any of that. It's just yep. I listen to my parts and I'm out of the huddle. See you later.
No, and that's always interesting when you. Yeah, I don't know, man. It's just it's a different level, man. There's so much goes into And another shout out to Aiden Hutchinson, man. The guy just seems to wasn't he had the number one ranking out of rookies in the preseason week one, wasn't it? So he
I think so. Yeah.
by Pro Football Focus. Now that doesn't mean much in the grand scheme of things, but he's all to a good start. It's good to see Michigan Wolverines doing well, doing big things.
How about this one? Bunch right tear slash 37 week F kill Q8 solid Z speed smash. That's a little easier.
I know
This
it's a
is crazy.
pass. I know it's a pass.
Yikes.
Uh,
That's a nightmare, man. That is
Dude,
a
and
nightmare.
the thing is, like, you literally have to hear that crap and be like, and then, mind you, think about if you're on a road game, like, and it's loud, and that's you're like, huh?
Right?
Like, okay,
Well, and then think about this. You got the 10 other eyes just looking at you like this.
yeah,
Like
yeah,
you know what I mean? Like you get the call and then
yeah.
everybody's just looking like all right, what's the
And
call?
then
What's
the
the
game's
call?
going fast. Like, imagine like you're like you're in a 2 minute drill. Yeah, okay, like
Oh
you
man.
guys put your hands on.
Did you say smoke? Dragon smoke?
Did you say Dragon Smoke?
The
Oh,
same
okay,
play?
that's why guys be having delay games.
Oh
What?
yeah.
What?
And then you only get a certain amount of time. I think with 15 seconds left or 20 seconds left in the play clock, the headset cuts off, so you don't hear the offensive coordinator, whoever's talking. You don't hear him anymore. So
Yeah.
from 32 or 35, whatever the play clock is, you get about 10 to 15 seconds, and then you got nothing. You're just on your own trying to look over for signs and signals, and that's not how it works. That's not how it works. So
That's why guys have blown assignments, man. That it's a
yeah.
lot,
Yeah,
dude. It's a
you did
lot, man.
you because you missed, you're the quarterback and you missed of that whole play call thing. You missed the Q8 and now your tight end runs the wrong route. You throw an interception
You
and
got guys
everybody looks
looking
at the tight
stupid.
end like, "Oh
Like,
man, you're an idiot." But he's
yeah,
like, "I didn't get the call. He didn't say Q8." Like that's it's just crazy how intricate everything is, especially at the that level, but yeah, that's wild. But
do you have
I
another one
was
for it? Can you leave before we leave? Can you give us another one?
let me see. Here's actually is an easy one. South right nickel 41 kill 374 wasp. That's the shortest one.
That's not. Is that a defensive call?
No, I don't think so.
Nickel or nickel? Okay, say that again.
South right nickel 41 kill 374 wasp. Yeah, I mean nickel's a defensive package, but doesn't mean it's not a call for them.
Yeah,
Or you could
I
do
would
the,
need to do
the
my
old John
favorite,
Gruden
man.
Spider 2Y banana. He always talk
Yeah,
about that, but
yeah. Doing the diagram on the field. Also, look, I know Michigan fans hate him, but shout out to. I will say this: Urban Meyer does a fantastic. I loved him on the college football show for Fox. I thought he did a
he's not there
fantastic
anymore.
job. Huh?
Said I don't think he's there anymore.
Yes, he
But
did.
yeah,
Didn't he? No, he got rehired there. You didn't see that?
did he? Oh,
He
no.
returned. Guys,
That's
correct me on that. Or didn't I saw new Urban Meyer return back to Fox Sports? Didn't he? Let me check that out real quick.
That'd be interesting. That was quite the exit he had at old Jacksonville, but yeah,
Yeah, like two
neither
days
neither
ago,
here nor
Urban
there.
Meyer returned to Fox. Uh, returned to Fox.
Well, hey,
Look, man. Look, regardless of how you feel about him as a coach, yeah, he is back. I thought he did a fantastic job on the show. I enjoyed his analysis, especially he's talking about the RPO offense. And even you said that.
yeah,
Now, granted, what you think about him is different than what he does. I mean, I think he's you know really good analysis. But anyway, I don't want to get the weeds on that one. But that's all I got.